everybody, to Your American History Personal Trainer. This is episode number 1. The new United States of America, it's a bloody, bizarro world. A bizarro world, of course, comes from my reference to a Seinfeld episode. Elaine, she's the woman in the middle of these guys. On her left is Jerry, George, and Kramer, the stars of Seinfeld. And they're not the greatest, nicest guys. And so Elaine is torn between her old friends, Jerry, George, and Kramer. And she's drawn to new friends, Kevin, Gene, and Feldman, who are the kinder, gentler people. They're the opposite. And so opposite, this is Bizarro World. When the United States separated from Britain, they decided they're going to be very, very different from Britain. One of the things not on the sheet is Britain had no constitution to speak of. They didn't write anything down. They did everything by custom. The United States decided then, when they were becoming their own new country, that they were going to write things down. They created a constitution. And of course, that constitution was, the first one was the Articles of Confederation. When they created it, they were trying to do the opposite of what the British had. The British had a tyrannical king, and so as you can see here on the sheet, the United States, they decided they're not going to have a tyrannical king, and decided, in fact, to have the complete opposite. They're not going to have a leader at all. They didn't even have an executive branch. George Washington's the first president of the United States, but he doesn't become president till 10 years after the Articles of Confederation, when they come up with the second attempt at government, the Constitution of the United States. The British had a government that was very much centralized in London, and you all had to bow down to the central powers found in London. The Americans decided, of course, that they were going to do things very differently because they hated the British. And so what they were going to do is they're going to have a government that's very decentralized. And so they decided to give the powers into the hands of the states instead of the federal government. The British, they had a massive, huge, big military to go along with their very, very big and powerful navy, of course. The United States decided that, okay, well, we're not going to do that. We want to be the opposite. So we had, the national government of the United States had the British government loved to tax like crazy. The United States government, Congress, didn't even have the power to tax. This caused a big problem because Congress had to rely on the states for money. In the states, they were raising money through tariffs. Tariffs are taxes on international imports, and so Pennsylvania will have a certain tax rate. New York would have a different tax rate. Virginia, another tax rate as well. And so countries like France coming to trade with the United States had all these different tariff rates depending on what state they were shipping to. It really was hard for foreign trade. The last one, just kind of fun. The British had a certain way of writing, and the United States wanted to be different. Whether they wanted to save time and not write down the U, I don't know. So different, though, that they invented their own dictionary, Webster's Dictionary. Of course, that doesn't come out till like 1806 or something like that. But it is an own American dictionary. So this concludes Your American History Personal Trainer, episode number 1. Stay tuned for sometime in the future, episode number 2.